Good morning and welcome to the Overrated Angler, Thailand. It's 7 o'clock in the AM and a bit of a bad night's sleep. I'm dreaming like a good one at the moment, especially after a long weekend, but it was a long weekend. Yeah, right till Monday night. I went to Peter Goodwin's birthday party on Monday and it was a hell of a vibe, yeah. But on a Monday night, so ooh, we're still going. He'd love that. He watches the videos. We're off to a new adventure this morning. Off with ICW, the king of the Woohoo himself, Ian Charles Watson, who's got the camping and fishing store, lakes up in Saraburi. I've been there a couple of times, and gonna meet him on a river. Not really sure. Well, I do know where it is, but I'm not sure of the name of the river. I'll have to find out. And to do a bit of fishing. It's going to be quite, it's still the wet season, so the river's still going to be up and pushing. But Rick from Bangkok Fishing does some videos. He's been there somewhere on the river. Don't think it's the same place, but somewhere nearby. So I was just doing my morning coffee, and they had soda rhubarb and a few other species. There's some little sort of wallagoot, sheepfish. There'll be different types of barbs. There'll probably be tinfoil barb, Java barb. I've also seen photos of catfish and woohoo out of the river as well, so we started to know how to tackle it when myself and Dan fished the Mekong when it was in flood, and the locals were just catching on this very smelly stuff which has cotton interwoven into it. Got a couple of tubs of that. We might try bread, corn, lump balls, bread in the ground bait, mess about, maybe see some people fishing, see what they're doing as well. It's a bit of learning. We'll probably have several rods out. I've packed about 6 rods, 4 free spirits and a couple of medium sort of rods, and yeah, we'll get a few rods out. We're there, we meet there at 11 o'clock check-in time. This is Wednesday, and then we fish Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night till we fall asleep, all of Thursday night. Check out time is 10 o'clock Friday morning, so we're basically doing 2 days really. So that'll be interesting, and then travel back to Pattaya on Friday afternoon. It's a 3-hour drive. Google Maps tells me. We shall see. It'd be good to do something different sort of challenge. We've been on about doing the wild fishing for a while, and see how we go. Learn a bit, you know, sort of. Have some more knowledge for the future, and probably get back there when it get the water levels down a bit, and catch a few fish then as well. All the fish that we catch, well, maybe not all the fish, but most of the fish that we catch will be kept in a little happer, which ICW will be bringing, and going back to the camping and fishing lakes, which is about an hour away. So that's pretty cool. Be nice to catch a few and then pop them in his lake and maybe catch them again in the future. Well, we're doing a coffee, get on the computer, see what he's doing, and get on the road. Well, Google Maps done a very good job, and we've arrived at the river, and it's not what I expected really. It's massive. I would have said it's not far off the width of the Mekong in Louis. It's got to be 180 metres across, I reckon, maybe even a fraction more. And I think I'm at the right place. There's no real indication where the office is, but the bungalows are here on the river. So I've actually drove down through to the bottom of them. They go down quite a long way. Several on the far side. It looks like quite a new sort of vibe really. A lot of things look quite new. I like the way they've done the walkways and using the plastic barrels underneath them. Perhaps this is the office. Is it? I don't know. But it's a fantastic setup. The river's tanking, which we expected, but you're on the inside of a bend here slightly, so be out of the flow a little bit. Probably why they've put the bungalows on this section. It looks like we can sort of drive down behind most bungalows down through here, and there's sets of steps to get to the gear to the bungalow, so we won't have to walk it too far, which is quite nice, which we were worried about because I've always got shitloads of tackle. Red hot, the water's chocolate and tanking, as it would be with the rain we've had, but it's exciting. It's brilliant. Got to be doing more of this. Bit of wild fishing down here. Look at this, like slack down here. You can imagine predators and fish just getting out of the current. Bits of food washing in there. Well, nice to see a couple of anglers, really. See what they're doing. There's been some chaps being transported to the far side. There's a barge going across over here now. They're getting taken over to the far bank. Sure, if it's just possibly there's no bridges about and it's just a service provided, or maybe they're going over to fish. Actually, I didn't really tackle with them. Probably just a barge service. But yeah, just waiting for ICW now. I'm a little bit early. Shit the bed. I did. Hopefully it'll turn up in a minute and we'll speak to the lady about what we've booked, get settled in, and a couple of days fishing.
There we go.
Look what cat's dragged in, eh?
Here comes trouble.
Here he is, Captain Fishing, Saraburi, Lakes.
King of Wohu.
King of Wohu.
ICW in the house.
He's arrived bang on 11 o'clock.
Bang on.
Bang on, man. Come rattling down the road. And yeah, we're excited. This is a new challenge. You think we're on that one, yeah?
I think, yeah. Looking at the map, I might be wrong, but I think it is that one, yeah, Bungalow 1. There's quite a few more than, she said they only had 7.
Oh, there's a stack down through, but it might be a few different enterprises, I suppose, mightn't it?
Companies, yeah. But no, really exciting. First river trip for ICW, probably one anyway.
Yeah.
I've probably done maybe 3 or 4 1-hour sessions, that's about it.
What, on the Wither?
On the Wither,
yeah.
So this is, 2 nights, 3 days, isn't it, really?
Better than the Wensum, isn't it?
This is
or the Witham.
Without a doubt. You wanker.
Brilliant. Right, we'll get checked in and get our gear down there. Oh, this is the first obstacle. ICW's going to get his feet wet. No.
Brilliant. They didn't know I've got a dodgy name.
No. Well, they do now. Here we go, coming to the bungalow. We've just been told that this one's 2,000 baht, and the fish are only in front of the one that's 2,000 baht and not in front of the one that's 1,500. Well, I think we're being spun a little bit of a yarn, but
yeah, I think
if it's going to cost
on this one. That is lovely. Lawn, Jack. This bit is hot. Melon.
อันนี้คือ2,000 ค่ะ ตั้งแต่ตรงนู้นไปค่ะ1,500 ใช่ค่ะ
ทำไม1,500 ทำไม1,500 ทำไม2,000 ที่นี่ใหญ่เล็กกว่า
อันนี้คืออุปกรณ์มันจะมากกว่า แล้วก็พื้นที่ข้างหน้ามันจะกว้างกว่า อันนั้นมันจะเล็กนิดนึง โซนทางนู้นนะคะ
เล็กนิดหน่อย
หน้าเล็ก แล้วก็ห้องก็จะเล็กกว่า ห้องนี้จะใหญ่กว่า บรรจุคนได้มากกว่า อันนั้นจะ 2,800 อันนั้น2 ห้องนอนค่ะ
2008 2000
มีทีวีตู้เย็นแอร์มีปลดทุกแพรค่ะ
แอร์มีไหม
แอร์มีทุกแพรเลยค่ะ 1,500 ก็มีแอร์ค่ะ
Let's just get this one, I think.
I'm happy, mate. I'm happy, yeah. Yeah.
Good air, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of on the band, yeah. Okay, chop there, yeah.
Okay, I'll turn it up.
Okay.
Well, we've just had some entertainment, unloading the truck, getting over the rail there, which is a little bit tricky, especially for ICW with his knee and stuff. But we've always got loads of shit, but they were brilliant. There was a gang of them. They got stuck in. Then we took our trucks around to where they get parked safely under cover, and then we get transported back here on a motorbike taxi. I should have took the camera really and I videoed it because it was quite good fun. Classic Thai style. Everybody just going for it and getting stuck in, and we're in here now. We've got our snooker table for tonight's entertainment. If the fish aren't biting, I'm not sure if there's any balls though, so we might have to just do it mentally. Hello, we got balls.
Got a big white ball, and the one's a small one.
Look at the size of your balls. Couple of life jackets. I might put one of them on when I go to bed, especially because I'm sleepwalking. And a life belt. A few chairs. It's well kitted out. Got a fridge here, which keeps things cold.
That's the idea.
Bit of info up here. Looks like if you want to order a bit of food and stuff. Yeah. So we'll have a look at that later. Looks like a Mukata vibe there. Might be quite nice, proper Thai style. Yeah. Toilet here, fairly basic. You got your bum gun, and that's all I worry about. Yeah, he's powerful enough to get right in there. Got a shower there, cold shower I think. Bucket of water there in case there's water problems, I suppose. A mirror for vanity. And then that's the fishing area. Out here you got a nice little seating area. This is quite nice. In the shade you can pitch up and have your grub around the back. You can walk right round the bedroom, looks like. They've got an area here. Esky there. Have they left us full of beer because it was an extra... Oh, it's ice, full of ice. Oh, wicked. That's all right, isn't it? That's a vibe. Yeah. Then you got some... oh, hello, we got some instant coffee, some mama noodles, which obviously are complimentary, or they might not be, but they're there. A fancy looking microwave that's been stolen from somewhere, I'd have guessed. Coffee cups, got your lipstick mark still on your coffee cup. Some glasses, little somtam, bok and a few bits and pieces, plates, rice cooker, handy. And I brought a kettle, but they've got a machine there to keep the water warm, the sort of a Thai style kettle, chopping board, pots and pans. Even do your own little barbecue here. Look, if you brought your own what's the name, tan, which is charcoal, and that must be the barbecue thing there. I think this is brilliant. A couple of plants there. There's even a cooking stove here, ICW. There is even a...
Yeah, I see that. Well kitted out, isn't it?
It is. I'm impressed. This one's 2,000 baht a night, which is about 48 quid. So we're staying 2 nights. Me and ICW love pay for 1 night each.
The size we've got, and it's got air conditioning. The toilet looks good.
I reckon you could have 4 or 5 lads on here fishing quite comfortably, couldn't you? Yeah. Quite comfortably, especially if you brought your own air beds and stuff and sleeping bits. The bedroom's pretty basic for those who want to have a look. I'm gonna have the pink one, and we'll probably separate those because I've heard him snoring. I'll be over there, something like that. ICW could have the big one for obvious reasons. Got a fan, and we got a bit of aircon in here, so we might bang that one on, be able to get ourselves out of the he's on 20, perfect. But yeah, first impressions, as very often is the case, is good. Yeah, it's basic, but it's got everything you need, and it's been lovely and friendly already, which is awesome, which is what you love about Thailand. Got a chap here. Oh, that's our boat, is it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much. Couple markup.
Got a line back.
Lure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll go buy Kuntep, get some Chang, come back. Lovely. T7, you know, me 7. Me land dok ba, land. Okay, yeah, land a hand. Yeah. Okay, couple markup. There's a. Just asking where the restaurant is. That's where the fishing shop started. ICW's look at that, allegedly straight in there.
Straight in, no messing about.
Hell of an arse.
Important stuff done first.
Big time. Well, let's drink that beer then.
Well, beer and water, that's essentials. Yeah.
And there's the scene. Chocolate River, tanking past. We do have flow, but we're on the inside of the bend. Got lots of little brackets for the rods to go on, so the rods don't slide along. That's a vibe. I mean, I just dart them about, I think, mate. I'd be quite happy. Maybe
this side or that side, isn't it?
Yeah. I think probably
it's flowing a little bit.
And it's still flowing. You can see the way the nets are being pushed up. My feet's up there. There's still flow here, but it is what it is, because it's, you know, it's the wet season and it's chocolate. But by the sounds of things, they've been catching fish quite recently. We just got to work out how much weight we need to keep it down there, what baits to use, and how long to leave it out there. I want to make me lum quite stiff, almost like you would make it in a lake that's too firm, that would stay on after you've wound in. And then that hopefully we'll just keep releasing a bit of smell.
Mixes. One's sloppy, just to chuck it in.
Yeah.
I know it's cloudy anyway.
Round the outside of it.
Round the outside.
Round the outside.
Get the fish into the area. And then, a harder ball, stay on there longer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, in the middle.
I've got 6 rods and probably have 6 different baits, because I don't really know what's going to work.
No.
But I reckon the sides favour than the front. Front's a little bit choppy and a bit flowy.
Yeah, I've been thinking about on the way down, and the way Tim Webb, who's done a lot of river fishing, lake fishing, wild fishing, almost 90% of it, unless they're predator fishing, is done with lum balls and polypools. And it's, you know, nice short hook lengths. The fish aren't really taking it intentionally, they're just coming up into the lump. And then,
I fancy the lum, and then pop-ups, foam balls, corn, got worms.
Oh, the worms might be good.
Pork balls and stuff. So we'll see.
Let's get chumming.
Let's chum it up.
Well, that looks like a scene from a sea fishing competition in the UK. We've managed to get the pods set up, so we got them on alarms, so we can be lazy. We should have brought some bells. I tried fishing here, but I hooked a rope, so it might be a little bit risky between the bungalows themselves. There might be a few ropes about, so that's something to be aware of if you do come here. Got 3 rods there. ICW's got this area down here that's again between the bungalows, so we have to be careful of the ropes, but he's wound in a couple of times now and not had any rope trouble. That sounds like he's gotten a bite, but he's just annoying.
Both of them are going now.
And there's my other rod there. They've got 2 on that's very smelly stuff that the chaps we used on the river at Recce. 1 rod on a bread punch and a bit of fake corn with a lum ball, and 1 rod on something else. Oh, the fin frog. We think it might be we think it might be the some pork fat that's been treated with like salt. And possibly sugar and stuff. ICW was just about to eat a piece and tell us exactly.
No, I'm not actually, but it seems
it
smells very pork fatty with salt.
Oh, well.
Bizarrely, that's what it is. So, let's see how it goes. I've watched the videos and bought 10 packets. They saw me coming.
Bloody good videos.
Straight in, mate. Come on.
That's fin frog. Only 35 baht a pack. And you get these pieces of what looks like sweets, really. Bright pink, covered in sort of salt or sugar, probably salt, and
pork balls.
Some pork balls. And ICW's got some worms on, which I think would be a great
worms as well.
Yeah.
I went for it's almost like sort of luncheon meat, this.
Yeah.
Give that a go as well.
Yeah.
So we've got quite a few different baits.
We're learning.
I'll put that in the fridge.
Yeah. We'll show the rigs a bit later. It's not overly technical. We just had to make sure we got enough lead on to hold bottom. Short hook lengths on most of them. I've got 1 longer hook length on the smelly stuff rod, but it's bright sunshine now, middle of the day, so just gonna get used to doing what we're doing, getting used to baiting up and chucking out and making sure we're on the bottom. If the angle of the line is greater probably than 45 degrees, then you're probably not on the bottom. I basically up-tided these, just thrown them up there. It's quite deep, it takes a while to get to the bottom.
but they look like they're all holding, which is good enough. Last thing you want is the bait halfway up in the flow downstream while you're fishing, waving around, especially if you're fishing for fish on the bottom. But if you've done any sea fishing on the back of a boat when you're down tiding, you lower the bait down until you feel the lead hit the bottom, and you lift it up and drop it back down. If it lifts up and drops back down in the same spot, you know that you're okay. If it keeps bouncing back through, you're on the edge probably, and you've got to be aware that you might not be doing it quite right. So that's all we're making sure we're aware of at the moment. See what we get about.
Oh, what a time!
Well, we've fished a couple of hours maybe now, and not much to report. Seem to be hooking either ropes or sort of lost tackle in the river. Last chap I sort of seemed to pull into a lot of old tackle, big hooks, feeders, and all sorts. Got the radio on, bit of Radio X. ICW's there. There he is. And Thailand vibes. And yeah, we're just saying how we fancy it. Probably 4 o'clock onwards, still bright sunshine. Probably only about 2 o'clock now, hardly that, is it? No, I bet it's not even
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Is it?
2 o'clock now.
Yeah, I could tell by the angle of the sun. Yeah,
absolutely. I don't know why I even looked at the phones.
Yeah, a bit of Crocodile Dundee. And
yeah, I suppose it's been 2 hours now, isn't it? An hour and a half fishing.
Yeah. We're settled in. It's lovely. Got the fan on, but we're comfortable with nothing else.
We are definitely
You know, there's
the guns are looking good. I think I'm happy with how we're fishing, with the mix we've got and the types of bait we've got. So,
yeah.
I'm happy with what we're doing. We just need to wait and till it's bite time.
Yeah, bang on. Absolutely bang on. We've had a nice chicken puff from 7-Eleven, which ICW got. Always into his fucking health food. Fucking nuts.
It was. Chicken coke, low fat.
Yeah. Puff pastry, not your stodgy stuff. And he's like, that is diet, basically.
And travel
yeah, the odd calorie in that. But yeah, we got the radio on. I thought I'd do a bit of filming while they're in the music on. Dan will go, ooh, you've done the video with the music on. It'll be copyright. Yeah. So we didn't bother. Better give him a ring actually. Give him a ring, see how he is. ICW just had the alarm set off. We weren't sure whether it was fish or not, but all of a sudden it would just go. Yeah, it was. I see the spool spinning. Yeah.
Probably tying it where it should be.
What about on the bait runner? Flick the bait runner.
Yeah, so it's the other way on.
I reckon tighten the bait runner up a little bit. What do you reckon? Oh dear.
We can have a laugh. You will not catch any fish. We'll have a giggle.
Have a laugh. That's what it's about.
Well, we've just sat here talking about baits, and John was having a tickle, and first fish to Jonathan, little baby Mekong, is it?
First catfish out of the river ever. He's technically fouled it. I'll take
He won't tell anyone.
He certainly registered bite, didn't he?
Yeah.
Amazing, really. A little fish like that.
It went off and then it sort of stopped and then went off again, didn't it?
It's got little. It's got whiskers, so it's either some sort of. It's like an Asian red tail, or it might be one of those croaker catfish like we were catching them at Recce, or the chaps were catching that we were watching. But I wonder if he'd be a bait. I might just pop him in the net.
Pop him in the net and chop him up. Brilliant. Well done, fella. First.
Yeah.
Well, I know it is. It's just bringing just that stuff that's going through the flow, isn't it now? Hi guys, we were just chatting to see, talking about what the next plan is, and just realised what a beautiful Absolutely gorgeous sunset we've got.
Well, that captures it well, ICW.
Absolutely lovely, isn't it?
It looks like
I'm feeling really
London's
blessed now. It's
burning.
absolutely
blood orange.
beautiful, isn't it? Amazing, guys. Wish you were here. Absolutely fabulous on the River Chao Phraya. We've got the place to ourselves. Brilliant. That's right.
Where it is, but that's okay. It's well, sold it out for reason with.
Like and subscribe, please. Well, it's 5:20 in the morning. Still pitch black, really. Woke up to it raining, fairly steady. Some chanting going on in the distance there. I don't know what all about, but it woke me up. I was quite pleased that it did, really. I must have passed out quite early last night. A few changs and yeah, probably the latest rounds of weekends and debaucheries caught up on me a bit, so I passed out quite early. ICW actually had to wake me up to show me his soldier rhubarb that he caught last night. He caught it on this fin something. Actually, I can't remember what he called it now. Fin. I can't remember what it's called now. It's entirely fin frog. Fin frog. That's it. It's basically pork fat that's been dyed pink and covered in salt, I think. Possibly treated in another way, flavoured, not sure. But he caught it on that one last night, and the two people that came to try and sell some stuff to us from the fishing tackle shop down the road, they when they seen it, they sort of nodded in approval, so that was a bonus. Bread punch and fin frog. I think well, I'm going to stick on the fin frog now because it's caught fish, and so the locals seem to think that was worth using. River is, you know, chocolate and tanking, as you seen yesterday. But I've just put a couple pieces of fin frog on, give it a little spray of Squid Scopex Nash, big ball of ground bait, and gonna lower it in the fucking river. Well, I don't know if you can hear me, but it's torrential. Just got 3 rods out, 2 on the fin frog, smelly pork, but 1 on the really smelliest bait I've ever used. Surrendered. I just hope I don't get a bite. that we don't affect the river too much. It's absolutely mental. Just managed to get the hoardings up here. They were sort of down, but leaning against the post. At least we're keeping the rain away from us a little bit more now. Mental. Well, it's 7:15 and the rain is just easing off a bit. Fish just top there. In a scene not dissimilar to what you'd see at Minehead Pier, fishing for codling. But the rain drops dripping off the top eye, and the rod's just gently waving in the current, or at tide it would be at Minehead. We've had a couple of little taps in the rain, but it was raining that hard that I need more than a couple of taps to get soaking wet, so I might just have a look, see if they're see if anything's happened to them. I had a couple of taps on the rod with the smelly stuff on, and a couple of taps on the middle rod with the ground bait and the fin frog smelly poke. Got the other rod up there. Beautiful morning. What am I on about? It's a morning anyway. Yeah. Another rod there. That one's got ground bait and fin frog on as well, I think. ICW had the fish on it last night, so we gotta stick with it. Just had me great big cafetiere coffee. Start the engine. Put the hoardings up this morning. Last night we had them dropped down against the boards. Didn't realise they pushed out like that. I found out this morning, getting soaked while putting it up. It was an absolute deluge. But Danny Merrion said first light's good. I don't know if this rain's going to push it out much. It probably depends what they've had further upstream, but it's certainly not going to help. ICW is fishing in this area, so this is the main flow here. That's a bit weird. That's the main flow here. And ICW's here, so he had the fish between the bungalows, possibly in shallower water. So I've set mine around here a little bit more, because when I drop mine in front of here and then let it down, it feels like it's very deep, and it goes back quite a long way before it hits the bottom. So there's a chance that the fish were in the slightly shallower, slightly less flow or less aggressive part of the river, or maybe he's just very skillful. Here's his rig. Look, there we go. That's probably what he had the Soldier River barb on. So that's a fin frog straight on the hook. Line hook length about 3 or 4 inches. He's got a lead either side of a feeder holding some brown bait there that must be quite firm because it's been rained on. He's got another little back lead a bit further up, trapped between a couple of beads. He's on line. I'm on braid. I'm on 80-pound braid, basically the big fish gear. And yeah, he's on line. I would have thought the diameter's similar. That's probably all that matters really in the river, rather than the oh. Something's just happening on the rod on the far side there. Hang on, we're all going now. What's happening here then? Oh no. Definitely some movement, but they're all going to a rhythm. So either somebody's playing a guitar down there, or a few fish have moved in. Have a look. ICW's rod is just fucking hammered off. Come on. Out the blue, it's another Soldier River barb, is it? What we got? ICW. Up this fucking reach.
So exciting, isn't it?
Isn't it?
What you're gonna get.
Oh, it's a nice fish. Keeping left. Keeping left. It is. It is. It is.
Oh, the pink stuff.
Come on. Get his head up. Get his head up. There he is. Here he is. He's in there. He's in there. Back of the net.
Fucking brilliant. I've done it again. Hang on.
That's
Excellent stuff.
fucking brilliant. Absolutely
Much
brilliant.
better than light as well.
Yeah.
Proper
It's
suit.
hell of a bite, wasn't it? Hell of a bite. Wee, quite lively. I've got. So we'll. He's smaller than last night's, I think.
Yeah.
But we will give him away. Get the weigh bag in action. Right, the scales have been zeroed, so we'll take the weight of the weigh bag off in a sec. And we've got with the bag, we've got £3 7 ounces with the bag. Okay. Okay. Nice. Actually, Joe was just telling me that the dorsal fin is long, sharp, and barbed.
That's like a bow.
Yeah, like a
See
Java
it?
barb. They got to see all the
Really
back
sharp.
facing sort of barbs on it. There we go. So's rhubarb. ICW.
From the river.
Yes. That's better. That's better. That's better. There he is. Superb. He's 3.7 with the weigh bag. So we will see what the weigh bag is in a sec. I'll just take a couple of photos. Well, this is the bait that's caught the two sold rhubarb so far for ICW. This is the pink pork that's salted. It's weird. It's you can sort of sense it's pork fat, I suppose, but it's not a massive smell. But it does seem to give out smell for quite a long time. And I'm just going to wrap a bit of ground bait around that lead. I'm going to drop it to the left of where ICW just had his sold rhubarb, because I've got a feeling that out in front, where it's very deep, the fish might not be. Both fish have come from between the bungalows, so it might be a bit shallower, a bit less flow. It's a theory anyway. Going to drop one in there. Going to get poaching. Well, the rain started falling, and we are still buzzing after ICW's latest capture. £2.14 ounce soldier's rhubarb. The sling was 9 ounces, so it was 2.14 with that off. We've now got all the rods pretty much downstream of the bungalow, fishing between the two bungalows, and a couple of rods, sneaky little ones out the back, poaching rods. And well, I've come down and dropped a rod in near ICW poaching myself, but we've got the feeling that where it's a bit shallower and a bit sort of slower moving, that the fish might be there, because both fish have come from there. Does make sense. We've been informed that the river is about 4 to 5 meters up on what its normal level, so you know, you can imagine the volume of water going through. And where we are actually positioned here, which is about 20 meters in front of the road, will probably be dry, and the chap was saying that the bungalow will actually be out another 20 meters from where it is now, when the river's at normal level. So you know, we're here in really tricky conditions. I'm saying that because I'm almost blanking, apart from a tiny little catfish, obviously. But no, I'm being serious.
You knew it was going to be tricky. Everything's against us.
Yeah, it was tricky, but the blue, we've learnt a bit. We've learnt a bit. We love a challenge. The pink poke, ICW's fin frog pink poke, has come up trumps. So this could be another bait that we look into using sort of on lakes, and obviously on a river again. If a soldier river barb can find it a couple of times in flooded conditions like this, then I'm sure they'll look for it and find it in places like Tower Bet. So it's great. We've had a bit of success, and we've got hope, and a couple of things.
By belief,
yeah, success is driven by belief. That's one of ICW's favourite phrases. And
keep believing.
Keep believing. Yeah, I think that's Tina Turner. I'm not sure. But no, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. What time is it, mate?
About 10 now, isn't it?
About ICW says 10:30. We've ordered a bit of breakfast. Or 2 minutes to 11. We've ordered a bit of breakfast. Bit of Thai food. Another good feature. You can phone Thai restaurants as long as you speak a bit of Thai and order your food. And there is a couple that come round, got new ice for us this morning, and you know, offered to oh, look at that, ICW's flat bowl.
Yeah.
He's got flat bowls, and he can't deny. They come round, so you're looked after. They came and dried up all the water that was lying on the floor, because the storm was that nuts that there was a hell of a lot of standing water. They came in with squeegees and mops and sorted all that out, cleaned us up, cleaned the Thai food off at ICW's third chin. And
it was good.
it was good, yeah. It was some lovely Thai food last night. I don't know if we got it on camera, but we nailed it. We nailed it.
5 dishes for 200 baht.
5 dishes for 200 baht. How about that then? Cool. And it was lovely, really nice. But we're going to see if we can get another bite. ICW's
Look at that.
bathing in his glory.
So tight in my life. That's tight.
ICW says he's never had it so tight in his life.
That is tight and close. The way I like it. Oh yeah.
Well, just had a bit of a surprise. Straight after putting the camera down on the last bit of filming, walked around the back to reload the back rod, and we've got a very big-eyed catfish. Rick from Bangkok Fishing sent a message just now because I had a catfish last night. It's a different species to this, so I'm technically winning on the species count. Funny little catfish. We'll pop it in the net. We might even use these for live baits later, or dead baits, because there are probably wallagoot, atu, and possibly Asian redtails and stuff in here. But yeah, so I'll hold it up. I bet he spikes me.
On the pink stuff.
Yeah, that was on the pink stuff and that smelly stuff wound on the hook. With big eyes, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's unusual. Yeah, fish of the day.
It's a fish of the day. A day. Brilliant.
Well, just phoned the restaurant. ICW's going for a nice kaijiao musab, which is minced pork omelette. Oh, that came with rice. I thought that was good. Oh, I see. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, they made a bit of an error there. They did. I didn't. Yeah.
Really good. Pak Kapalmu.
And yeah, kapalmu in it with a
Musab.
musab. I went for pad mama, which is the mama noodles done in the pan, stir fried with some pork and vegetables. How many that? I don't know.
180 baht.
Yeah, £4 maybe.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, £4.50. Bang on. And yeah, everything's nice and easier. It's great. I just had a big bang on the rod. ICW spot. I seen the rod rocking as I got towards it. There's no fish there at the moment. I don't think there is.
Oh, it's the first sort of
bit of
indication, isn't it? For 3 or 4 hours, really. Got my heart going, that did.
Just my luck, innit? ICW gets both of his tear off. Mine's an aborted bonus.
Hey, don't be so defeatist.
Oh, fucking hell has just broke loose. You've never seen anything like it. It's a storm out of Point Break. It's a 50-year storm, man. Jesus. Where's Keanu Reeves when you need it? Ridiculous. Just about managed to salvage one of the... He's down. They were flying up over the roofs. Coming over the hills, there were hundreds of them. This is absolutely mental. I thought this morning was mental, but this is mental. I hope I don't get a fight. That will.
I've just dropped this one in. A lot of bait on there, but there's something happening. There's nothing there.
Brilliant.
Well, it's looking like the weather has put pay to any chances. It's been torrential, dramatic ICW will concur with me that there was a bolt of lightning earlier which hit the other side of the river, and what was it like?
Just kept going for like 10 seconds, didn't it?
At least 10 seconds. The actual bang was like something you'd expect inside a nuclear reactor.
It was a big bang.
And then it was a big, and you had a theory on it, didn't you?
Big bang.
And the repercussions just went on and on and on. But here's the scene, look, we got cobwebs flying. I don't think you'd pick it up there. And there's the rods. Look at them. We got like 10 rods lined up there. ICW's got 6 because he's a bit greedy. I've got 4.
Is that all you got, is it?
Yeah, that's all I got, mate. I'm pretty chilled out. No, it's not. No, I probably should have had more. But we probably, without the deluge, might have had another chance.
We might have had another one.
It's we have reloaded a couple of times, but when it's like this, you just don't fancy it. And to be honest, after 8 or 9 changs, that puts pay to a lot of the chances
it does, doesn't it?
of a recast.
Yeah, well, we were thinking maybe have an early night, which is very unlike us. An early morning 3 or 4 hour session, because Danny Marion said he fancies 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, he usually does.
But we don't normally do that, do we? We normally just carry on through the night. But at the minute, I don't think it's going to stop, that's for sure, do you?
No.
And like you said, we've had a few Leos and a few changs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking like
could be an early night.
Brokeback River Mountain's gonna sort of
there'll be a few bangs and claps later, that's for sure.
What do you got the clap? Look at it, honestly, look at it. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Look at it.
It's crazy, isn't it, really? We're the only ones fishing, we're the only ones mad enough.
And I
in the middle of rainy season.
Yeah, I tell you what.
What was that, 4 metres?
Yeah, John Wayne would be fucking chuffed to bits with this.
He would?
Right in the middle of rainy season. Yeah. Cobwebs, look at them flying everywhere. Yeah. You can pick it up on the camera. It's mental. They're everywhere.
We've had a lot of wine.
I mean, I've been very impressed with the way you fish, mate. And
have you? Yeah.
And
likewise.
And I think you've got your wigs right.
The wigs are very I'll sort out. Well, I'm happy with the wigs. I just need to sort the other wig out, and then it'll be all good. No, considering the conditions, I think we've had a go, haven't we? We didn't know what we were going to get. We didn't think we were going to get a lot. That's for sure. I was hoping for a soldier rhubarb. You said you didn't fancy it. I fancied 1. We got 2.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, that's been tremendous. That's been the boost that we've needed to probably come back here. And the fact is that we are fishing a river that should be 100 metres wide, which is now 180 metres wide. We're fishing on the banks, which will, we're fishing on the ground, which will later be the banks in a few months' time. And we're probably fishing on bits of grass, and we've wound in nets and sacks and all sorts of shit. And the fact that we sneaked a couple of fish out there, I mean, the soldier rhubarb we were expected, but the catfish that I've had were probably,
a lot. There's a lot of them in it. A lot bigger as well. You did well to get the small ones. That was quite skillful.
That's good. Well, the fact that a couple of soldier rhubarb came out in the most testing conditions that you could imagine.
That's what we got. Well,
Literally, it's like you're asking a fish to find a small piece of bait in a flooded river that is wider than the Bristol Channel, or even the Magellan Straits, and even Moses wouldn't part this Red Sea. And yeah, ICW's winkled a couple out. Yeah, there you go. There's the boat. Ah, you're right. But no, it's given us a lot of hope. We've seen the photos of the potential, what we can get out of here. We've come here, we've fished at the hardest conditions, we've caught a couple of fish, and when it's easier, when we can cast out in front of the bungalow with lighter feeders, finer rigs, and do it more, you know, properly and with a lot more ease, I'm sure we'll catch more fish.
Definitely,
and then we'll be back.
100%.
Yeah.
When there's not much flow and we can fish out where we want to fish and 4 meters lower.
Yeah, that's a lot of water. Imagine that. Incredible, isn't it?
We've had a lot of rain, haven't we? So, but it's no, it's been great, and yeah, I'm definitely going to come back. Not whether it's going to be with John or not, I'm not too sure, but I'll definitely be back. 100%.
But if we don't do a bit of fishing tomorrow, which
we always
probably will.
Rain or shine, innit?
Rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
Yeah. And to be honest, Thailand vibes.
Well guys, it's the morning of us departing. It's about 7 o'clock this morning, and we've got a shrimp net in here and sort of forgot about it really, so it's going to be interesting to see if we've got any snifters. Oh no. A couple of Soldier River bar would be nice. Let's have a look at. No. Not a sniff. One little shrimp. That's it.
So ICW might have got a couple of Soldier River above. Who wants them? I had these. That's what we came for. Real fish. Catfish. Let's let them go. Cheers, mate. Whoosh. Big fish. Oh,
Imagine that, a massive wallagoot atta or something.
God, mental.
Mental.
Well, this gives you an idea of how fast the river's flowing. So we got basically a 3-ounce lead there with, I think there's 1.5 ounces on the feeder, plus the feed, one of the back leads that was on there from Palm Tree. And there's your hook length with the bit of fin frog on it. But we're needing about 4.5 ounces just to hold bottom here. You know, that's how fast it's tanking through, and that's how much power is washing the feeders out. So it's probably the worst conditions we could possibly fish the river in, and yet ICW's managed to cut the Soldier River barbs. So we are looking forward to coming back in good conditions when the dry season comes. We've only ever fished the river twice. Me and Dan fished the Mekhlong in Recce, and that was similar conditions to this. So I've got to get to a river when it's pleasant, and you know, you can fish it with a ounce feeder or something like that, and be able to fish out in the main flow rather than behind yourself looking for a bit of slack water. But it's been an experience. It's been brilliant. We've had a great time. ICW's back there, he's coughing away, he's enjoyed himself, and we've had a fucking fantastic time. So we'll be looking forward to coming back. Ang Thong, on the river Ang Thong, the Chao Phraya river, just above Ayutthaya. I might even put a Google Map location in the description, and a link to the where the people who own the barges, and yeah, we're good happy. The barges are big enough to fish. I mean, we fished. Well, I fished 4 rods. I could always fish 6 rods. That's not made a difference to the catch rate. Or
No, it's skill, isn't it? Technique. It's all about the wigs. No, plenty of worm. You get 20 wads on here when you can fish out the front.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully in the dry season.
It's for popping your rods on.
4 people, 5 wads each.
Yeah, it's a lot of wads.
It's a lot of wads and a lot of wigs, but I think we'll be alright.
Thailand vibes.
Thailand vibes.